All right, Nightmare Zone survivors, welcome back to Stave Decay 2 Nightmare Zone, episode 125. First, before I forget, shout-outs first to Derby Sister Productions, and also to Ace Raptor, who might have this cool-looking fox thing that might be cool. If it's not, it's not cool. If it's not a fox, then I'm taking it back. It's not cool. But, yep. So, today, I'm going to talk about a few ideas I got for the channel, and then the discussion I've thought of is, I'm going to answer a question that gets asked periodically, and that would be, how do you build a base? Like, to me, it always seems kind of like, you just kind of build the base, but I get it. If you're brand new to the game, you don't know what facilities to put in. It's actually a lot easier than it might seem, but channel ideas. So, I've decided that I have selected some games that I'm going to be introducing. And what we're going to do is I'm going to play kind of Battleship. It's like I'm just kind of going to shoot some shots somewhat into the dark, not entirely, of games to see if they catch on. The games I've selected are going to be Oxygen Not Included. It is a survival management game. It's quite difficult. It's quite complicated. A lot more complicated than State of Decay. I have chosen, what do you call it? Deep Rock Galactic. It is not zombies, but it's bugs, hordes and hordes of bugs. So it's in the kind of the same area of State of Decay, being like lots of like, you know, lots of crap going on.
You interested?
I think I'm just gonna leave this guy as he is. Let's go ahead and cure him real quick. I am going to play Dying Light, because that's been a big request. I am concerned that the channel might have trouble growing off of Dying Light, because it's specifically Dying Light 2. We're going to play Dying Light 1 in preparation of Dying Light 2. I am concerned that it'll be too popular, and like the channel will get drowned out by the bigger ones. So, one thing I want to talk about, we removed the Red Talon Watchtower so we can get bigger sieges. So what I'm going to build here instead is another garden. We're going to like double our food production. Because, why not? Or am I going to do that? I might have completely lied about that. Maybe I want to get this guy leveled up a little faster. What are this guy's skills? Cardio, yeah, let's level his skills up a little quicker. This will give me the fighting... Shooting levels up quick. Let's do this one. Oh no, massive. And then when we're done, we'll swap it over to another garden. So yeah, Dying Light's on the list. And then another big time community request that has been asked it several times is Project Zomboid. Project Zomboid, possibly good news, because it is, I believe it's an indie game, and that means that if Dying Light 2 is too big, then we can continue basically, a YouTube channel is kind of like weightlifting. It's like you can't just go like, if your bench max is like 100 pounds, you can't just, oh, I'm gonna do a 150 tomorrow. No, you have to go to like 105, and sometimes even 105 is too much. It might be like 102.5, since there is typically a 2.5 pound weight. That's typically how it works. You can't go into like, okay, like if I start doing Fortnite videos, I would get destroyed by the algorithm. Also, I just don't want to play Fortnite. So you kind of have to creep your way up, and then eventually when your channel is huge, yeah, then you can do, when you've got like 1 million subs, then yeah, you can basically do anything you want. Let's put one of these in. Let me tell you my objectives for the episode real fast. So I want influence. That's currently the objective. Influence. You know what? I'm gonna grab some firecrackers real quick. And the reason we need influence is because we need to buy more Barrow styles. Like you heard of Gangnam style? Well, we're gonna be doing Barrow style. Because I want to see, hey, maybe that's actually a brilliant idea. Who knows? It sounded interesting. Plus, now that we have all of the clothing, I need a new objective, basically. It's really that simple. So those are the 4 games. I've also decided for the last week of October, because, you know, like, we're loosely a horror-themed channel. No! There we go. For the last week of October, I'm going to be playing horror games, because I want to introduce another video playlist of retro games. And I'm going to count retro as anything that's 1 generation. We're in the 8th generation of video games, so anything that's 7th generation or earlier. And that means Dead Space. I'm going to do Dead Space 1. I don't know how fast like, Dead Space can actually be a pretty fast game. Like, when I played Dead Space a lot back in the day, I mean, I think the playthroughs were taking, like, 5 hours. But yeah, we'll play through the Dead Space series. And then what I'm going to do is... Okay, let's... Wow, she just intercepted the arrow with her face. No, their little subtle movements are too much. We're gonna fight these guys just because, remember, we're looking for EXP right now. That's one of the main things we're trying to do.
Damn, I'm tired.
Hit him! Gosh.
I'm dead on my fucking feet here.
So what are the pieces of advice people go, oh, play what you want, play what you want. Here's the thing, you don't want to be tone deaf, you don't want to get into a situation where you're playing stuff no one wants to watch. But at the same time, sure, I'll play some of the things that I'm interested, and I'll make them kind of like these non-committed things where, you know, they're not going to be a big deal. They're going to be like lightly edited. It'll just be like whatever things, just stuff to do. And, oh, there's the Pharaoh. Ah, this guy is just completely blocking my... No, don't do that.
No more of that.
Yeah, I need stamina. Oh man, he's fast. Right now, I just kind of want to fight it just because... Why not? Darn, he finally tackled me. I need to, like... I'm looking for basically a timing in between his attacks. Another problem is that we're using the wrong weapon. This guy's a blunt specialist. I should have dodged there. I knew he was going to attack me, too. Damn, he tackled me a second time. Oh, I got locked into that melee attack there. That was actually really bad. Oh, it wouldn't let me dodge there. The knowing how sometimes the game's like, oh, we'll let you dodge this time. There we go. Not the most efficient kill, but I didn't get injured, but that's because I believe we still have the effect going from... What do you call it? Let's go get some more supplies real quick. But yeah, anyways, that's the plan. So starting the 25th, I wrote it on a sticky note, so hopefully I don't forget. We'll be I'll be making another Fox Plays Games list, but for retro games, and I'll probably play a mixture of games I'm interested. I'll take gaming requests. I'll probably pick some games I'm not too good at, so you can like, it's like. There are games that I've never beaten before, and I've always wanted to beat them. Like the original Castlevania. Oh my god, the game's so hard. And I'm sure people will like to see me play a game that I'm not good at. Because I can get frustrated in games that I'm bad at. Anyways, on with today's discussion, which is... how do you build a base? The way you build a base... let's actually change weapons real quick. Let's use this one. Slasher machete, why not? So the first question when you ask, how do you build a base, is, well, what do you have available to you? Mainly, do you have amenities or not? If the answer is no, you don't have amenities, it's a lot different than if you do. So I'm going to assume you don't have amenities. In that case, the base that you pick is pretty important. And typically, you're going to want to pick a base that has a utilities built into it. For example, in Meagher Valley, that would be something like... well, this base actually has a utility built into it. This base has, right here, a well. I can turn it on right now, and now I get water for an hour. And that means I don't have to... I don't have to do anything. Like, I just get water. So this, I need a warlord, but this is gonna, like, allow me to train up my fighting. Let's go ahead and do that. Oh no, we're making so much noise. Meta-analysis, that'll allow us to go through the training quicker.
I hear some of y'all saying that the government can still solve all this. As if some zombie
Next we'll destroy this infestation. You know, the cockroaches, gotta stomp them out before they grow. There are plenty of bases though that have a utility slot built, or a utility built into them. And that's what you're going to want to do if you don't have amenities. A base like SQUELONES Brewery, perfectly good idea. Another example would be the Meagher farm. I'm pretty sure Meagher has a well in it, so it would give you your water. And Meagher is good for other things as well. It's not just the water that it's good for, but for one that has power, that would be something like More and More and Mike's Concrete. I believe both of them have a gas-powered generator.
Shut you the fuck up.
And the reason why you want those is because they're very expensive otherwise. If you don't have either of those and you have to get water and power, well, you're going to have to get them from outposts. Like, let's see. Oh, wait. Okay. Let me see. Do we have an outpost revealed? Here's one. So, the wind farm... it costs 2,000 influence to claim, so that's like more expensive than most bases. And it also has a daily fuel cost. And it takes up one of your outpost slots. And if you don't take a base with either of those, then you're probably gonna either have to build your own, which are typically not as good as the built-ins, or you're gonna have to claim 2 outposts that are gonna be really expensive, and then you're gonna have a daily fuel cost, so... that is the reason why... there we go. That's the reason why you would want to choose a base like that first. Now, if you do have amenities, that means you automatically have water and electricity. Then it doesn't really matter what base you pick. You can pick pretty much any base you want. In fact, you might be encouraged to not pick a base that has those in it, because they then become a wasted facility. There are times where that doesn't matter. Once again, let's look at SQUELONES Brewery. This place is so good that even though I have amenities and we have this water tank that's kind of a waste, it's just such a good base that it doesn't matter. Another example of this would be
I've been fooled before.
Mike's Concrete. Mike's Concrete, compared to the other bases in Drucker County, it's just a really, really good base, and I wouldn't skip. It's really good. It's got the 2 large facilities, and it's got a decent location.
My eyes peeled.
Where is this last target at? Okay, there he is. Oh, he screamed. Let me attack! God!
Got an offer you might be interested in.
Did a guy actually spawn inside there?
Don't you? It's me.
My fever's just not going away.
Oh, powerhouse.
Scared about being sick before.
Was that a feral laird? It might have just been a regular zombie, not sure. These are probably the guys who give you the, Yeah, let me talk to these guys.
Later.
How's it going?
We're all dying of blood plague, yabba blabba. Sure, I'll do the mission.
I've been sick a lot of my life.
This is the mission that will give you the advanced biochem station. And I lost my place, which is fine. We'll just move on to the next segment of picking your base. So, once you pick your base, the actual the choosing of facilities, it's a lot simpler than you'd expect. And that's because the first thing you do is you build the things that are absolutely going into the base. Like, you're not going to skip an infirmary. Every one of your bases is going to have an infirmary. Every one of your bases is going to have a workshop. And every one of your bases is probably... There might be some situations, especially early in the game, but you're probably going to have a farm of some kind. So that's 3 facilities right off the bat that are kind of just locked in. And if you look at most bases, that's 3 small facilities there. So let's say you've got a garden or hydroponics, an infirmary, and a workshop. That's 3 small facilities. Well, that's how many facilities most bases have. Most bases have somewhere between like 3 and 4 small facilities. And you've basically, like, they're already predetermined. The base that has the most, I believe, I think the container fort might have 6. And Whitney Field has 5. Let's clear this area out real quick. Yeah, so here's the advanced biochem station. This is the way that you would get
Hey,
it.
I found what
I'll
you were
take all
looking
those
for.
because they're good. And this is actually worth a ton of influence, so... Put this away, because it's heavy. And head back to these guys, and we'll find out if they turned into zombies or not. So, back on topic. 3 of the facilities are already predetermined. There might be cases where you choose a large facility as a farm instead, typically if you don't have the option. Like if there's not enough small facilities to actually get the garden in. But the point is that a lot of the thinking is done for you, and most facilities, they don't have that many available. Once you've built those 3, and like it's a lot like a jigsaw puzzle. The illustration is basically the idea that when you start a jigsaw puzzle, you typically start with the corners because those ones you can narrow down. And if it's a picture of like a landscape, you know that the brown or green ones, they probably go on the bottom corner because they're the earth or the grass. And then like if there's blue or white ones, you know those go up at top because that's probably the sky and the clouds. So you can narrow those down. And once you narrow them down, you have a point of reference to put the other jigsaw pieces in. That's exactly how it works in State of Decay when you're building your facilities.
Can you spare anyone?
Go ahead and give them the things they want. Looks like they're gonna live since they would have already been zombies by now. Oh, of course. So the feral tackles me twice, and I don't get an injury, and then like the zombie like quick attacks me once, and I get an injury. Stuart, Sharon. Yes, it's right here.
Seriously, I really appreciate that.
Shucks, I sure appreciate it.
Activate this again. Oh wait, can't we add a... That's not that important. Okay, I guess we didn't actually have to leave them alone. But let me look at my base real quick. So the black ones are the ones that I built. The blue ones are the ones that are pre-built, the ones that we can't manipulate. So here, workshop, check. Infirmary, check. Garden, check. That leaves 2 slots left. This one and this one. One of them is probably going to be a watchtower, just because if you don't have a watchtower, it depletes your morale. Let me go over to my morale. So you see how Suzanne likes the watchtower plus 15? There's going to be people who are like, they feel unsafe because there's no watchtower, and then you get morale for actually having the watchtower. So having some of the really basic facilities, it just gives people morale. It's probably there to incentivize, what do you call it, building like really common facilities. So if we go with the watchtower, and in this case the sniper tower also, I believe it is considered, yeah, it takes the place of a watchtower. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 facilities that were predetermined. These are just the facilities you're typically going to build in a base very commonly, and that only leaves 1 small facility for my own choice. And the reason I chose this one was because it gives us 2 beds and a bunch of morale, as well as some of these additional features. It's just a very multi-function facility. So there was only 1 facility that was really kind of up to me, a personal choice. This typically wouldn't be here. Now, I could use it temporarily, as I currently am, but it's not necessary. Like, this doesn't have to be here. And then most bases have either 1 large facility or 2, and these are the 2 best large facilities, the sniper tower and the trade depot. That doesn't mean that you might temporarily use it. Like, for example, the auto mechanic, you might temporarily use it. And you might temporarily use it because... So these guys here... I might do some selling to people. Yeah, let's go sell some stuff. Make some cash. Oh, we need to trade characters anyways. So, basically the way it works is most of the facilities, and this is why I feel like, oh, it's actually pretty easy to construct a base. Most of the facilities are kind of like predetermined things because they're just going to be in your base. You're going to have an infirmary, you're going to have a workshop, you're going to have some type of food production facility, and then, unless you have a reason to build another large facility, you're probably just going to use... There we go. You're probably just going to wind up using... I can't even think of it now. Oh, the trade depot and the sniper tower. Because they're just the really good active facilities. They're just constantly valuable and so forth. In fact, we can actually do some selling right now. Let's go ahead and get... Because we could sell stuff. We could call them in and then sell to them as well. So let's call in materials trader.
New arrival wants to do some business.
Anybody here feel like trading for some building materials? One thing we humans have going for us? Hope. And opposable thumbs.
And that's why, so sometimes, occasionally I'll get, oh, well, it's 94 days, so that means 6 days to go. Occasionally I'll get some criticism on, who else does, is she the only character with... Yes, she is. So, the training facility will keep him leveling up even when we're not using him, which is another use of it. Use Seraphina, because she has resourcefulness, which means we can sell certain things more in bulk.
Nice to see you're still alive, amigo.
And what do we want to sell? Got luxury items to sell? We got a ton of whiskey. That's what we've been mass producing. And let's see, we could sell the... Oh, let's go get the advanced biochem station. That'll be worth a decent bit. In fact, that'll probably... they probably won't be able to afford all of this. We can also put this in. This will put us right at the cap. And there's our trader right over there. But yeah, so one of the criticisms I'll get is that, oh, all of your bases look really, really similar. And a lot of the time it's because there's not a whole lot you can do at the bases, despite all the options.
Yeah.
So here is an easy way to get the CNC mill. I just called this trader in, and you can see right here, You can get a CNC mill if you get lucky, and you might loot it from like a warehouse or something, but why bother getting lucky when you can just buy it from here? So that's one of the... You can see this is worth 510. Kind of weird it's 510. Maybe we have a bonus that's giving us a little extra. So we're gonna go ahead and just buy all this. And we're gonna come out basically 400 influence wealthier, since we do have to spend influence in order to haul the trader in the first place.
You got something for me?
Okay, I guess so.
Sell these off. Get another one.
You got something for me?
Sure, why not?
This one we'll put in the back. Okay, or we'll just smash through that.
Our reserves are gonna start walking.
Apparently a horde must have heard that. Our reserves vehicle should be way in the back over here. Maybe it's not as convenient as I thought. What are you doing here? Get away from me. Uh-oh. That sounds like a feral trio. Turn on the sniper support, because I don't feel like dealing with them.
Watch out for me.
Not sure what got him there. Oh, somebody blasted him. Not sure if it was the sniper support that got him or the Barrow Style BARs. My controller's rumbling, which means a juggernaut. Oh man, let's see how it goes. Punches the open. Oh, we got hit with the sniper support. He's obviously having a little bit of trouble. Can I get him in time? Yep, that still counts. And that immediately pays off. So with that 100 influence right there, it immediately pays off the cost of the sniper support, which was 50. So, no big deal. Did we just complete another training? Yes, we did. All that and this guy's immediately back to it. Sparring with Mr. Punchy. That's his nickname, by the way. He's officially going to be known as Mr. Punchy. How are we doing on ammo? Let's just spend one of these and just throw one of these in. There. So that's really the deal with constructing a base. A lot of the bases, you have to be in a really specific base for creativity to come into play. Like, a good example is the container fort, because it has 6. 6 is quite a bit. 6 small facilities. You will have to think about what you want to add in that case. And that's part of the reason why the container fort is such an interesting base on top of that. Add in this, because we do have some of those things that we need to strip. But even in the container fort, the 2 large facilities, for the most part, are predetermined once again. You're going to build a sniper tower and a trade depot. Unless, like I said, once again, if you have a specific reason to not build them, like you've got another facility that you need something from, and even then, those are typically temporary. They're typically not something that you're just going to continuously use. Well, let's sell these soda can bombs. Like, soda can bombs stink. Wow. Why so far away? So far away. Activate these. Maybe I should actually carry, because I don't know if a siege is going to show up while we're doing this. So maybe I should actually carry. Well, it could be. I might accidentally sell the good stuff, so... Armored horde, possibly? I'll assume the boys got him. Let's go ahead and begin getting our salvaged weapons with the extra bonus from the salvage furnace going. Overall, though, yeah, I would say the container fort probably is the most creative base in the game, because 6 small facilities, that could take a little while to think of what you want to do with it. Because even if you were to move into a base with 3 large facilities, like Whitney Field... Oh, got a juggernaut now. Okay, let's see how... Let's see how it goes. Oh, 2 juggernauts. BFGs are hitting him. Okay, can I get this guy?
We shall be mighty, motherfucker.
Well, I did say I wanted influence, didn't I? Might as well turn this on, I think. Wait. It could be earning even more influence if I had this active.
How fun has that megaphone?
Put this away. Let me look for anything else I want to sell while that merchant is eventually getting here. Grenades. Pipe bombs? Let's keep a handful of grenades. Pipe bombs. That's what makes this character really good for selling things, because we're basically doubling our inventory. So, like, that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 slots, basically. That's how much we have, because every one of these slots is doubled because we're taking advantage of the resourcefulness. Excuse you? No one invited you. Are you really just gonna camp there? That's where you want to sell? Okay, here we go. You folks hungry?
When a plan is right, it's right.
So here's how you get the compost bin. This is another one of those really, really good mods. This garden toolkit is worth about 30%, I believe, 30% more food. And living in the Mazzara farm gets you basically a free garden toolkit on top of your compost bin, which is another reason why some of the mid-tier bases can actually be really good. Oh, these are actually well, they're stacked up to 6, so they wouldn't be worth nearly as much. Okay, looks like she's broke. Let's go buy more food.
You got something for me?
Why not?
Sell more junk.
Hey, how's that project of ours coming along?
What do the Rangers want? I think they wanted building materials. I don't think I'm going to buy the last food just because... Actually, I will, because
Why not?
I'm going to continue using this, so that's going to deplete our food for a while. I don't know why those weren't used together. Unless it just slipped my mind. That must have been what happened. We're at our food cap, though, so that goes in there. And then we sell more crap back to her. Oh, I see there's metal spikes on those. I can't hop it.
So what do we got today?
Okay.
Okay, so she still has about 100 influence left, so let's see if there's anything else we can sell to her. And then we'll probably be able to buy 2 more Barrow Styles. Let's see here. Gotta be something I don't want. I don't want these flares. Even though they're not, they're worth like dirt. More. I'm never gonna use pipe bombs or hand grenades. That's probably the hand grenades alone. We'll probably take the remainder of it, but let's sell the junky stuff first just to get it out of our inventory.
Deal.
Sure.
Okay. Now we can activate this again. Put all this crap... Well, let's not put this crap back. Let's go buy some fuel now. Fuel trader. This is how you do it, though. You know, like, oh, why is the trade depot OP? It's because... Who needs to go out and do influence? Who needs to go out and, like, buy stuff when I can just do this? All these books, I could sell these too. Like, these are more books than we need. This is, these remote box mines, I don't need those. We have so much that we could just shed to, like, gain some influence. Like, these... And all these backpacks, if I really wanted to go through them, I could just do that as well. Oh, the lagginess. But this fuel trader started so much closer. I don't get it. I mean, I know it's random, but it's weird. If I had another comfy chair, I could install that here. But anyways, I think that basically wraps up what you need to know. It's not a very complicated subject when it comes to... What? Or did you get, like, stage fright? Oh, somebody's watching us. Like, quick, it's embarrassing. Is that where you're gonna stop? Anyways, I should recap. So to recap, you pick a base based on whether you have amenities or not. If you don't have amenities, choose a base that has a utility.
Is anybody out there? I could use some help.
Come on. Oh my god, I don't want to go down there to trade with you. It's so dumb. So if you don't have amenities, the builder's boon. Oh my gosh, and this is why I don't want to be there.
Hey there, business partner. Okay.
Let's also buy this. Okay. So choose a base that has a utilities built into it if you don't have amenities. If you do have amenities, then just pick whatever base you want. It doesn't really matter at that point. Then fit in all of the must-have facilities, like your workshop, your infirmary, your garden of some kind, your watchtower. Fit in the really good large facilities, the trade depot, etc. Your sniper tower.
So what do we got today? Okay.
And then just upgrade everything up to the max, and you're good. That is the basics of constructing a base. There are specific things you can do, like right now, I am sacrificing my Red Talon Watchtower in order to... Don't I have a high capacity for fuel? Yes, it's 45. And that means I can also put the ammo in.
Zeds are heading for base. Get everybody ready.
Okay, let's put this on hold. Let me make sure I'm properly equipped. Actually, let's not play as this character. Let's play as Suzanne. Who? Okay, she doesn't have a Barrow style. I want to make sure that the Barrows are being used by the other characters, because that's what we're trying to test. Ammo. This. Now we need to make sure that we got all of our, in case we need to intercede.
Give those zombie bastards hell, bros.
BFG check. And a pyro launcher. I would like to go to the sniper tower.
Here we go, people.
I don't see any good areas to, like, kind of observe. I want to be out of the fight so they don't concentrate on me. Although I kind of want to be in range to... Oh, he got stuck on the terrain. Okay, well, he didn't get credit for him. The main thing is, do I need to kill the pharaohs? Okay. I'm just gonna chill over here. So, according to the map, if you look at the mini-map, there's a feral that's possibly fighting the people on my... What is he doing? Is he inside the building? Okay, he's wigging out in the building because he's stupid.
More of them on the way. Lock and load.
Can they get the feral? So far, it kind of looks like a no.
Oh, that didn't take long. New Z wave incoming.
This is a really awkward fight for the computers. Oh, look at it. He just, like, faked me out by... Okay, so they finally killed the feral. Don't know what killed the feral, but something did.
Keep it up. Let's win this one.
One thing that annoys me is, so the guys who are on foot, like, they always rush into melee combat. I wish they would focus on shooting and engage in melee combat when the zombies get to them. You can always tell when someone gets shot with a BFG because their body goes, like, flying. I'm gonna go ahead and burn the gas to remove it.
Come on, guys. Let's show the Zeds what we're made of. We survived. That's what matters.
Check our community status. How banged up is everybody? Fine to me. It's fine. So our guys took some minor injuries. Nothing too serious, though. Switch back to... Wait.
No,
Why isn't this BFG loaded? There we go. Okay, back to Serafina because we're selling stuff. Fuel trader. Oh yeah, I forgot they're outside. Give her some sniper support.
Hurry out here. Can I get a sniper to watch out for me?
Looks safe enough.
See you soon, I hope.
Okay, so now this should give us cover. Should thin out the zombies in the area so we can actually focus on what we want to do. We got 15 minutes left. I think I discussed the construction strategy sufficiently. It's like I said, it's not a really, it's not that big of a deal once you understand, like, the basics of it. Like I said, a lot of it is just kind of taken care of for you by... Let me repair this. I'm just trying to keep all these in good condition. And let's sell some more garbage back to her. What are we gonna sell this time? Let's get down to about 50 snacks. Oh, that's something we need to do. Let's get this cranking. Normally, I would just sell a whole bunch of these. There's a spare white one. Oh, we got a ton of blue and yellows.
Okay, I'm out. You can take this.
Let's see, like, those are a decent... They're worth like 45 influence each, so that might be enough to get our influence back.
Let's get down to business.
Oh, maybe not. They have about 700. That means we should also have some more whiskey to sell. Activate this. How is his fighting skill looking now that we've used it a few times? This is probably the last time we're going to need to use it. He's also not tired anymore, so we can probably use him again to continue leveling him up. Grab more whiskey to sell. Army issue backpacks. Red and black. Looking for duplicates right now. And I don't think we would ever want to use these really crummy backpacks.
This will slow me down.
They're just so low quality that I don't care if they look good. Like, we're just not going to use them because they're just bad. But we can clean those out.
So what are
That's right, we're also kind of demonstrating the economy in the game in addition to it all. Kind of a double demonstration, which is fine by me. And let's just grab the remaining stuff that we can get from her. She's not going to be able to buy all of these, I don't think, but that doesn't mean we can't. Like I said, get the last few influence from her that we can, and then go buy some more Barrow Styles. And like I said, the goal is to see how a fully equipped base of Barrow Styles performs.
Business partner.
We're looking for, is there a setup that allows our... Oh, she was able to buy them while I was wrong. What we're looking for is whether or not a setup exists that allows us to barrel-proof our base. That's our goal. Plays Justin, since he's not tired anymore. Injured, though, so let's go use a med kit. The reason I'm using med kits is because med kits are cheaper than activating the, what do you call it? Disability here. This here, the emergency medicine, it costs 2, whereas making this, it costs 3, but you get 2. You get 2 med kits, and like jugs of ethanol and parts. Like, I've got so many of those that I just don't care about those. I care more about running out of medicine and having to call another guy in. Let's keep turning those into scrap. This guy is not properly equipped. So let's go ahead and equip them. And get a pyro launcher for safety. Where is the pyro launcher? Down a little further. Good. I think I'm actually going to use the Echo S2. Now that I think on it. Just because that's a really good weapon for boosting up your shooting skill. Carbine, preppers, there it is. And just because it's super accurate, very effective weapon. Pretty much perfect for if you just want to... Look at these ferals, interesting. They're moving around like crazy, so it's kind of hard to hit them. Oh, that one stopped. Can I get a lock on one of them? Nope, he moved at the last moment.
Damn, I'm good.
Got him that time. Whenever he roars, you can kind of get the hang of where his head winds up at the end of his roar animation. That's kind of how you can take them out from a distance.
It's important that everyone in your community understands.
Let's
when
just
to
pick
make
some of
the
these
tough
guys
calls.
off.
You don't want anyone raising
Ah,
fuss when a
I couldn't
crime
lock onto him in time.
When this is all said and done, Red Talon's gonna be the guys who put it all back together.
Oh! I thought he was going to keep going. Let's let's get into stealth so that we can... Oh. Got him. For the same reason as you saw. Oh, his head ducked out just at the last moment. Oh, I was hoping I could get him on the move. I think he's detected me. Darn, I missed him.
I gotta rest. Not possible.
Okay, hold on. I need to make a little space.
Eat shit, you brainless fuck.
Okay, now the Pharaoh is basically isolated, allowing us to take him out. And also maxing out our skill in swordplay, which means we don't need this anymore. Cancel, remove, and let's get started on another garden. And immediately, they break. Immediately they broke. Oh my god, this game is sometimes... I don't even know what to tell you about State of Decay 2. There are times. Let's let that repair. Pick up a new weapon. That's fine. Use another med kit. And one of these. Oh, State of Decay. Okay, so...
Get started on that still. There's free booze in it for you if you can help.
2 goals before we end this episode.
You'll see me soon.
Objective 1, let's progress the Booze Hound story, because, you know, we're making alcohol, etc. It'll be good to have them as an ally. They will enhance our ability to get more influence. And then we're going to go buy some Barrow Style bars and equip our community with more of them. See how that turns out. We got a pretty long time before the next siege hits, so... Sieges, I think they have like a 1-hour cooldown, so... It's gonna take a little while. Gives us time to prepare. More juggernauts. Oh. Their base is right over here. I just crashed into a tree. Because I'm a dope. I don't want to lure them to our allies. That would be bad. Let's drive away and get them to leash. Loop around. Okay.
Hello, a pleasure to have you. Oh, hey there.
Don't do nothing I wouldn't do.
What do you guys have for sale? Yeah, sure.
Hey,
A beer in the morning is the best way to survive the apocalypse, don't you think?
They all have chemistry. What do you sell? Beer? Makes sense. Don't know what I was expecting. How far away is our target? Relatively far. Let's refuel. Since it's safe and quiet here right now. So if you're wondering why I'm doing it, if I didn't explain it enough, there is a perk where basically you can improve the... Actually, let's also... Nah, we don't need to repair. Let's save the repair kit for if the vehicle gets destroyed. That's typically why I hang on to the repair kits for a complete vehicle destruction. Or if we lose a door. Oh, wait. Let's remove that custom marker so I don't get confused. Anyways, there's a perk, I forget what it's called, like knowledge of beer, like bartending, I forget what it's called, but it's something along those lines. And basically, if you have it, it will cause you to generate bonus quantities of beer whenever you're crafting beer, and that just means more influence for the investment of getting somebody with the skill, and I'm pretty sure if we do this, their community will provide the knowledge of it to us.
Sorry, not feeling too good.
Are you okay? Did you get bit by a plague zombie?
Not unless Plague Zombie is a brand of beer.
If anyone out there wants to trade, we're open for
Okay, we maxed out that. I'm pretty sure the,
Can't leave him twitching.
Oh, stupid. Yeah, I could see him in the distance. You could see the screamer. Like, the sound of that zombie screaming earlier was basically telling me that I'm probably going to have to snipe that guy real quick. There we go. In fact, I think we're out of their hearing range now, so we can just pick the rest of these guys off.
Can't do it.
This is such a good weapon.
I appreciate that.
Okay, now we gotta get 25 parts from here. Which is no big deal. You may wonder, why don't I just use this weapon all the time? Like, why do I use the Echo? It's because, one, the Echo still... this weapon still makes noise, and the Echo, the bullets can be salvaged. I don't have to carry as many. Like, you notice I carried 2 stacks of ammo for this one. And that's because the Echo lets you salvage your bolts. The other disadvantage this weapon has is its bolt action, so it doesn't shoot very quickly.
I'm one left. I can't fucking believe I found this.
Oh, you're a lifesaver.
I'll take it, I guess. Why not? And the good news is the bounty broker is really close to here on top of that. But otherwise, this weapon is... this is one of the best weapons in the game. I know a lot of people won't like this weapon because it doesn't have fully automatic fire. But for the most part, you don't need fully automatic fire.
Fuck. The air around these plague hearts makes my lungs burn. This ride is fucked.
Okay, this is probably a good time to repair the vehicle. Took me a while to actually get my crosshairs on that zombie due to the aim assist was slowing my aim down. Always a pain. Alright, time to get more Barrow Styles. How many? Let's buy 2 and then check our influence. Where are they? Barrow Style. 1, 2.
Take care.
No, let's not buy another one. Actually, yeah, we could buy another one. Because we still got more stuff to sell.
Might we chat for
What an interesting outfit. An orange tie with an orange hat and his orange cheetah skin.
Might we chat for a bit?
That's a lot of shit.
Okay, we're down to 539 influence, and we're also encumbered. Now we're gonna head back. So we earned a decent amount of influence. Now, a lot of it was from stuff that we had already looted, but that's just part of the point of the going for kind of the economic approach. Like, there are more ways to generate influence than just killing plague guards. And especially if you don't want to change maps, because as you know, once you change maps, or once you kill the plague guards, they're gone, you know? Even if you leave one around just so that you can keep the map populated with plague zombies, they're still gone. They're a limited resource. You have to change maps to get them to come back. And this is just a way for you to make influence in other methods, or by other means. And one of the benefits of having a noisy base is that enemy attacks means more zombies to kill. So it's not all bad news. Let's upgrade this as well. I forgot to do that. Oh, you see how I jerked right past? That was me trying to fight the aim assist. And then when it got close enough where I'm like, okay, there's no longer enough time for me to carefully aim, and then I overcompensate. Where did all my barrows go? Did I already put them all in? I must have put them in the back.
That shit's gonna
Need
slow
those
me down.
barrows back. Now we're gonna equip everybody, equip more people with barrows. Except this guy, since he's the guy that we're currently leveling up. He's gonna stay with this gear. Okay, let's see. You probably have a BFG still. Let's get you kitted out with a Barrow Style. Here we go. And while you're at it, let's grab you a silencer. Logan, you probably have a BFG still. Nope, you've got a Barrow. Eric, you should still have a BFG. Running out of advanced silencers, I need to buy more. Because one of them in there is actually the Clio thing. The Clio accelerator. Let me go grab it. Yeah, here it is, advanced supply. So here's the Clio accelerator. Even though it does look a lot like one of the... Barrow Style should be right around here. Where is it? Oh, here it is.
When we needed help, the sheriff stepped up. The least we can do is drop off a...
What a nice guy. That sheriff, he's so cool. He's the best. Okay, this guy was using the dev grew. And this guy will be using a Barrow Style without a mod. I could put the brake on it, but by not putting any mods on it, it'll be easier to recognize who has the silencer and who doesn't. The relevance of the silencer is it will draw less, potentially, theoretically draw less zombies in. Just because the other one can't be silenced. This one, yep, okay, so everyone has Barrow Styles now. Except for this guy. Which, like, 7 out of 8, that's pretty good for testing, because it just means that the character I'm playing won't have... the character I'm playing will have a BFG, but I won't be actively using it. It also means we can throw this stuff in. Let's check the other car before I sign out. I forgot, I need to change my character's clothes as well. Food? Nah. Oops. Activate as many things as we can before we sign out.
Survival instinct is a powerful thing, even stronger than the undead.
Okay, let's head on over to the sign out location. Oh yeah, that's right, I gotta turn this way. Okay, so today I talked a little bit about the economy, how just trying to demonstrating the effectiveness of the trade depot. We didn't really do too much on the map, to be honest. We just answered a few quests, but the main thing is we showed how you can bring the traders to you using the ability to call traders in. Very effective. Call them in basically once every 40, 45 minutes, something like that. Oh, the garden's done. But we can't upgrade it because we don't have the parts. We're going to go look for parts. So in the meantime, we'll add another... Oh, I don't have 2 compost bins. I'll have to buy a compost bin then. Which I guess that's fine. Because we could just... we know where to get one. All we got to do is wait for the food trader to recharge in 22 minutes. And we can just buy a compost bin. No big deal at all. We got to use the sniper support. Right now, I don't need the sniper support just because, like, my community is really strong, but it is useful for just making things easier when you don't want to deal with crap. And then I also talked about how to pick and build a base, but more importantly, like, why building a base is very patternized. And like I said, once you think about it, if you sit down and think about it for a moment, you'll be, well, yeah, like, there's really not a whole lot of creativity to base building because so many of the building slots are predetermined in a sense. They're never truly predetermined. Like, you don't technically have to build an infirmary or a workshop, but most bases, like 99 out of 10 bases are going to have those in it. And once you put those in, the base practically builds itself. At any rate, that is a recap of the episode, and that is the end of this. So like this video if it was entertaining, subscribe for future State K2 content. Of course, remember that you don't have to be good to get good.